Chair, fellow speakers and guests. It happened in the early hours of a cold November night. There was a full moon, but not just any moon, a blue moon. You know, one of those that only happens when there's a full moon twice a month. Not only that, it was a big blood moon because of the full lunar eclipse. It was glowing its orange tint behind some wispy clouds. Something was not right as old McDonald walked round his farm, nestled in the Scottish hills. He could distinguish a slight haze over the pond in his field. The ducks were resting and everything looked right. However, nothing sounded as it should. The ducks didn't go quack as he got closer, they went moo. Old MacDonald shuddered as he heard sheep bleating. The baa baa sound came from the barn where the cows were meant to be. The sheep were not in the barn, they were in the field. Old MacDonald heard a woof, but it came from his cat rubbing herself against his leg. Barking rather than purring. What was happening? Old MacDonald scratched his head because there was no longer much hair there. With a puzzled look on his face, he stroked his grey beard as he frowned his curly eyebrows. It was a mystery for sure. In all his years as a farmer, he had never come across this before. Carefully, he approached the barn and slid the big door open ajar. He was about to peer in when, silently, the barn owl flew past him and landed on the water pump. It turned its heart-shaped head to face the farmer and said, "How do you do? It's a bit too early for you. You're not meant to be out of bed. Is there something wrong in your head?" Old MacDonald was certainly beginning to think so. He'd only ever heard owls hoot and toot, not say, "How do you do?" He heard cock-a-doodle-doo right next to him. He felt something grab his arm. Old MacDonald jumped. He turned around, and to his surprise, that's when he realised it was only his dog pawing him. He took a breath and relaxed. It was time to get up and attend to the animals. Yet, he was still in bed. The cockerel had really woken him up. Phew, it had just been a nightmare. Dogs really do bark and go woof. The sheep do bleat, baa in the field, and the horses in the stable go neigh. The owls hoot and go tweet twoo, and the cows in the barn go moo, not boo.